This is your prime time forecast for East Alabama and West Georgia from Dr. Don's Weather. Dr. Don's Weather is made possible by the Randolph County Commission, East Alabama Waste, Southern Auction Solutions, Genesis Weight Clinic, Jimmy Stevens Construction, Anchor Roofing, the Town of Wadley, Auction 431 South, the Salem Auction House and Bama Diesel Repair. From the Alpha Weather Center, powered by Fincher Fence, Estate Masters, Boondocks Barbecue and Creamery, Southern Union State Community College and the venue at 5 Points Farms, here's Dr. Don.
Well, Happy New Year, East Alabama and West Georgia. Trust that you had a great New Year's Eve and that you were safe and that you are happy to be with us on this Wednesday, January 1, 2025. It is New Year's Day. It is also World Day of Peace. It is Global Family Day, and it's Polar Bear Plunge Day. Two things Dr. Don is not going to do. I'm not jumping out of a perfectly good airplane, and I'm not jumping in frigid cold weather on January 1. Two things that are not going to happen. I think most of you would probably agree with me as well. Thank you, Miss Melissa Hughes and all the folks at Genesis Weight Clinic in downtown Roanoke for being a partner, a longtime partner with us here on Dr. Don's Weather. Stop by and see Melissa. She's conveniently located there in downtown Roanoke. They will help you get healthy at genesisweightclinic.com. Give them a call at 334-863-LOSS or 5677. Genesis Weight Clinic. Be sure and check them out today and tell them thank you for being a partner on Dr. Don's Weather. And, of course, Jamie Dukas can handle all of your insurance needs in both Alabama and in Georgia. Heck, he'll even come sit down in your living room, talk about your insurance, and he'll show you how he can save you money and he can also increase your coverage in most situations. And he can handle both commercial and personal insurance needs. 256-831-7770. You can also check out the links at the top of the video on Facebook, bottom of the video on the YouTube. Let's talk weather. It's about to get awfully cold across Alabama and Georgia. Sunny days and fair nights through this Friday. So begging weather as we head into the latter part of your New Year's week across East Alabama and West Georgia. Temperatures will be cool, but that is normal for this time of year. And then the parade of weather systems will begin on Saturday. We'll have an Alberta Clipper, which will swing north of Alabama and Georgia, but that'll drag some cold air, reinforcing cold air in here on Saturday. Highs will only be in the 40s on Saturday across North Alabama and North Georgia. And then as we get into Sunday, here comes the first wave of storm systems. Rain on Sunday and Sunday night. Now, the SPC has already placed a pretty large chunk of the southeast under a threat of severe weather west of Alabama. We're talking about places like Mississippi, maybe Louisiana, back into Arkansas and Texas. It remains to be seen if any of those storms can make it into Alabama and Georgia, but it is possible we could have a few strong storms to deal with on Sunday night. Then the deep freeze will hit us on Monday with temperatures falling into the 30s for daytime highs. We'll be looking at overnight lows in the very low 20s, maybe upper teens. And then as we get toward the end of the week, we could be looking at some upper single-digit lows across the northernmost sections of Alabama and Georgia as we in about a week or so from now. Also, there is the potential for a snowstorm about 1 week from tomorrow somewhere across the southeastern United States. Now, let me caution you, we're seeing a lot of stuff out there on social media. It's still too early. I think by the time we get to maybe Friday or Saturday of this week, we'll start to be able to get a much better look at what the possibilities will be across the southeastern United States. Will that snow be in Kentucky and Tennessee? I think there's a very good chance we could see a pretty significant snowstorm up there. But just how far south does it go? Well, that's a $64 million question this morning. We have one model that is suggesting about a 40 to 50% chance of more than 1 inch of snow across central and north Alabama and across central and north Georgia. Like I said, about 1 week from tomorrow. And then we have another trusted model that's showing absolutely nothing for that same time period. So the models are not in good agreement right now on the potential for a snowstorm toward the end of next week. But we're watching it for you here on Dr. Don's Weather, and we will keep you updated as we move forward. Again, don't buy into what you're seeing on social media. It is still too soon. The only thing that you can pretty much take to the bank is it is going to be frigid next week across Alabama and Georgia. And right now we're seeing signs that could last for 2 weeks. So not only next week, but the week after. Well, we could be looking at some really cold temperatures across the deep south. We're watching it for you, and we'll have all the information right here on Dr. Don's Weather. So let's take a look at the current conditions at the venue at 5 Points Farms in northeast Chambers County, currently 39 degrees outside. The wind has finally died down. It was brutal yesterday. We had trees down all over the place up here in northeast Georgia. Currently, though, the wind is calm, occasionally gusting to 3 out of the west-southwest. Humidity is 81%, barometric pressure 30.19, dew point 33, no rain in the past 24 hours. The high yesterday, believe it or not, was 71 degrees before the wind kicked up yesterday afternoon. It certainly felt much colder than that. We have mostly sunny skies out there this morning. Sunrise was at 6:46, and the sun sets this evening at 4:46 p.m. It is going to be a pretty nice day for New Year's 2025 across Alabama and Georgia. We are looking at mostly sunny conditions this afternoon. We'll hit 52 in Roanoke, 50 up in Ranburne, 54 in LaGrange. Lafayette will make it to 54, and Dadeville tops out this afternoon at 55 degrees. Here's the 6-day forecast from the Alpha Weather Center. Jamie Dukas, your local Alpha agent. Mostly sunny on your New Year's Day. High temperature this afternoon around 52. We'll dip down into the upper 20s for overnight lows tonight, 29. On your Thursday, mostly sunny, 52. Friday, carbon copy, mostly sunny, 51. But look at the temperature on Friday night. We get down into the mid-20s for your overnight low. On Saturday, mostly sunny, 46, as that Alberta Clipper moves to the north. It'll cool our temperatures off on Saturday, and we probably will get down into at least the mid-30s by sunset Saturday afternoon. 27 will be your overnight low. Then our storm system moves in on Sunday. I think Sunday afternoon, the first part of the day should be dry. 51 will be the high with a 60% chance of rain Sunday, maybe even a rumble of thunder from time to time as we head toward sunset on Sunday evening. And that will continue into Monday with a 50% chance of rain up till about noon, and then we'll drop off to a 20% chance in the afternoon. Temperatures falling again, headed for 28 on Monday night. By this time tomorrow, we can take a look at Tuesday and beyond next week, which promises to be extremely cold across Alabama and Georgia. Now is the time to prepare for an extended period of really cold temperatures across Alabama and Georgia. Let's take a look at your Southern Union State Community College live Doppler HD radar showing no precipitation across Alabama or Georgia. We are seeing a few high-level clouds from Birmingham back up to about Fort Payne, then back across the Chattanooga area and northwest Georgia. So we could see a cloud or two from time to time, but I think the majority of that will stay north of the I-20 corridor today. Please support us every chance you get. We appreciate the support that we received on Saturday when we were doing our live severe weather coverage, but we need you to continue, at least consider supporting us here at Dr. Don's Weather so we can continue to bring you this severe weather coverage and daily weather forecast across East Alabama and West Georgia. At the top of the video on Facebook, bottom of the video on YouTube, you'll find multiple ways to support us here at Dr. Don's Weather. And if you own a business and would like to be a partner, we'd love to have you. All you have to do is send me a message on Messenger, and I'll send you a link. It literally takes less than a minute to get you set up, and we can have you started before we do our next weather forecast, which, if the good Lord's willing and the creek don't rise, will happen first thing tomorrow morning. Get them collard greens and black-eyed peas ready for ball games this afternoon. It's going to be a fun day. Hope you enjoy it. I'll see you back in here first thing tomorrow for another edition of your primetime forecast on Dr. Don's Weather.
This has been your primetime forecast for East Alabama and West Georgia. From the Alpha Weather Center, powered by Fincher Fence, Estate Masters, Southern Union State Community College, the venue at 5 Points Farms and Boondocks Barbecue and Creamery, Dr. Don's Weather is supported by the Randolph County Commission, East Alabama Waste, Southern Auction Solutions, Genesis Weight Clinic, Jimmy Stevens Construction, Anchor Roofing, the Town of Wadley, Auction 431 South, the Salem Auction House, and Bama Diesel Repair. Be sure to like us on Facebook, share us with all of your friends, and subscribe to Dr. Don's Weather on YouTube. We will be back tomorrow morning with another edition of your primetime forecast on Dr. Don's Weather.